First off, I don't care what you people say. Never follow rules. I'm a trendsetter anyway. Okay, I march to the beat of my own drum. They say I need rules in my life. Well, I got some. That's one. Kill the competition. Two. Be a loyal dog. Three. And if they snitching on your man, send them to the mall. Four. When you party, go hard till you hit the floor. Five. If you didn't see me do it, what the hell you asking for? Welcome to my world. SINA.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Big Llama Show. I'm the Big Llama. Guys, thank you guys so much for joining us. This is the Sunday Night Live Stream. We come to you live every Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here on the Facebooks, on YouTube, and on Twitch at Blackout_AD. Let me bring out my co-host extraordinaire, Blackout AD. Welcome to the show, sir. How are you this fine evening?
What's up, Llama?
What's up, man?
How's it going, buddy?
It's going, man. It's going. I'm on the new digs. I'm on the new setup finally. And so hopefully no glitchy llama tonight. Hopefully none of that shit.
We're praying, dude. We are praying.
You, me both, man. You and me both. Man, I've had a fucking week. It's been crazy. It's been fun. I missed last week's episode, so thank you. AD for taking over. Thank you for stepping in and running the show. Thank you to Tang and Jay Birdie. Great episode last week. Great pink microphone.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
I was going to ask you why pink, or is that just something you
pink, dude? Everything's pink. My ashtray's pink. My shorts are pink right now as we speak.
Are they? Okay.
No, they really are.
I did not know.
Pink.
So pink. I didn't know pink was your thing. I had no idea.
What are you talking about? My logo's pink.
All these. Well, I didn't know. I knew the logo was pink, but I didn't know it was like. Okay.
You thought I just picked a real pink for no reason?
I thought you liked the color. That color. That it looked like. I don't know, man. Oh shit. Before we get started, let me first shout out Big Poppy Angie. Today is his actual 21st birthday.
The only person to ever get fired from the Llama Show.
He didn't get fired. He left the Llama Show. He left on purpose. That's what we'll say, right? No, he left. He didn't. He wasn't really. He didn't really want to do it, so he left. But no, happy 21st birthday! This is my firstborn, my son, my boy. And his first drink. Well, I bought him my wife and I bought him. It's a running joke. We think he likes twisted teas, so we bought him like a whole case of twisted teas. For his birthday, but he went to a bar and the first drink he bought was a rum and coke, which is one of my favorites. So it's a proud dad moment. I don't know if that's something I should brag about, but it was it was a proud moment nonetheless. So he's 21, man. We met him today for lunch somewhere in Lake Placid. It's fucking in the middle of nowhere. Have you ever been to Lake Placid?
No, dude.
There's no reason to go there. It's literally in the middle of nowhere. It's a giant lake. They made a movie that there's a giant alligator there, and that's it. That's all I know of that place. And yeah, it was tough because we spend every birthday with him. So like he decided like, hey, we're not spending the birthday with you. We're like, what? What are you talking about? He's got a girlfriend. He's staying over a couple of nights over there. He's there now. He's on the West Coast. And my wife was like, I'm not having that. We are going to meet you somewhere. And we're like, let's meet halfway. So Lake Placid it was. We had lunch. And I had fucking a Mexican chimichanga in the middle of the state. And I'm regretting it ever since. I'm hurting. I'm hurting for certain. How you been, man? How was your week? How are things going?
Yeah, life's good, man. Life is tremendous.
That's good, man. You still on the running game? What are we at in mileage?
Not that much. Not that many mileage. I've been lifting heavier, but yeah, 6 days a week, dude.
Yeah, no, I've been hitting the gym, it's been killing me, but I've been hitting the gym. So I've gotten a couple of miles in.
Not hitting the gym is killing you, Llama.
No, no. Yeah, it hasn't been killing me. It's actually been good for me. So I'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. Obviously, it's like every time I work out, it's a different kind of motivation, I guess you can say, with everything. Like I feel like it translates with everything. I feel good. I want to do more. Like I've been streaming all week. Finally, obviously, edits. Been working on those.
Yep.
It's been a solid week selling cards. I just feel way better. I feel more energized. Feel more creative. I always talk about writing, but like lately, like the past couple of days, I've been like visualizing some writings. I'm like, damn, man, I actually have to sit down and start putting them in the paper. But yeah, man, getting healthy gonna go a long way. It's gonna pay dividends for us, even in the content side of things. I think.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I will tell you again. I say this not as a complaint. I say this as a motivational factor. I felt the pressure this week to get the stuff done, and I was behind for numerous reasons.
I mean, you and me both.
Yeah.
Well, I think I didn't mean to cut you off, but I have been feeling this. So I've been thinking like I gotta be. Obviously I'm editing for your channel, so it's like, all right, bro, like, yeah, I'm editing for your channel, but also I'm trying to do other things. So like, just I don't want you to be mad. Like that's why I messaged you. I was like, it's coming out, it's coming, I promise. But like the beta's here, 2K, like it's gonna be a busy weekend. I mean, back to back, last 2 weekends. I mean, a lot of good content on the channel, which it's been good. It's kind of what I want to do, but I don't want you to feel like I'm slacking on your side by any means. And I know you feel the same because I'm kind of on you on getting your reactions out. But I just think, me personally, we've been doing good with the Vampire Diaries, but I think coupling with your reactions every week, 2 videos a week at least, is a huge step for you. That's doubling your views every week because, for the last couple of years, you've been putting 1 video a week and then plus our live stream, and you've been doing well. But I think this is an opportunity to really elevate. And obviously, you're getting the new setup. We're doing a lot of things outside of this, so it feels like just a lot's going on. I mean, we're even talking about like another channel we're trying to do, and it's like, all right, let's just slow down. Let's just. We got a lot.
I felt the pressure. Like I didn't realize I was pressuring you by like, oh, let's do this, let's do that. I thought I was slacking, so I was like, oh, I got to step it up. Let's do this, let's do that. And I'm glad, like I said in the text, I was like, I'm glad you're honest with me about the things. But I was having the reason, in I'll just full disclaimer, Bullet Train is done. It's uploading, and I'm going to try to premiere it at 11:30 tonight, so that everyone wants to join me. It'll be premiering. So it's in the copyright checks right now, and because I have this great setup, it's actually running a copyright check while I'm on the air. So nice. That's what I'm telling you. This has been great. But no, I had like a little mini meltdown, panic attack, because I was like, shit. You just sent me the Vampire Diaries.
Yeah,
I went and I want to talk about this acting thing I did. I did the acting thing. I had the lunch thing with him. I was trying to get it all done, and I was like, I gotta get this done for my part of it, right? So I was like, shit, and I was freaking out. I had some setbacks with the computer setup and a couple of things, but nothing major. But I kept losing files and things wouldn't. I went from PC to a Mac. So the shit just doesn't translate the way that I thought it would. Yeah, but I'm telling you, I felt the pressure, but it was good pressure. It was great pressure. I'm glad I got Bullet Train done tonight. Like I said, I want to premiere it hopefully 11:30 tonight. Immediately following, I'm gonna do the last minute checks, put it for a premiere. So if nothing gets flagged at 11:30, you guys can meet me and we'll watch it together tonight. But again, excited for that. And then it gets me back on schedule. So starting Monday, I'll record another movie. We'll have another movie by the end of the week, and we'll have Vampire Diaries out. Hopefully,
I mean, I think
Tuesday.
it gets on. Well,
Yeah.
speaking for me personally, but
Yeah,
I think the fact that we're so ahead in terms of recording on Vampire Diaries makes me feel like I'm behind on editing. But it's like
yeah,
we're still getting out episodes in good time, you know. So we just gotta remind ourselves that we're obviously putting in the work. Obviously, the second channel that's gonna come down the line. These are like things that's like, yeah, we don't have to rush all these things at once. Like, let's get
yeah.
in a groove with this first. At least get through the first season of Vampire Diaries, then we go from there. Because then again, once the Vampire Diaries thing is you know, I don't know if we're going past the first season. We still haven't decided, but if we don't, then that opens up even more content. Like now, I
Right.
can help you edit other things. You know what I mean? Like what we've been doing the last 2 months, I believe, like really helping us. It's just, you know, obviously we want to do more, and we just
Yeah,
got to
yeah.
remind ourselves, like, yo, just take it slow. We've already been on a long enough journey. We don't have to rush things. Okay.
For sure. For sure. And that's what I'm saying. The pressure was self-imposed. So I love it. I love the fact that we're pushing. So that's the great thing about the channel and the things that are happening for it. So thank you. Thank you for that. So guys, again, just join us tonight. Hopefully we got something going on. If not, Vampire Diaries will come out this week. That's the end of my plugs. Again, thank you to Tang. I see him on the in the chat. He says he wants to give you a shout out here. You should put a seizure warning if AD is going to have his shoulders like that. And we got the other AD. Howdy, y'all. So
What up?
he's here. We got Unk, right?
Yes,
Good
sir.
evening, sir.
Welcome.
How are you? Welcome, sir. So again, we got lots of folks jumping in here. So excited. I was just telling you, mentioning it. I did my first acting thing. So embarrassing to like get in front of people. There was a fake stage set up. I had to act and read lines, which I wasn't prepared for. First of all, I was late. That's never a good thing. I was late. I was late to the show, and I got handed my script, and it has notes and shit, and it's more involved than I thought it was going to be, for sure. I've got props, I've got costumes. I'm like, what? I thought I was just going to read shit, and no, I might even have a dog animal actor with me. so but I did record some vlog material on my way there and after, my thoughts. And I will say one thing, and the only thing I wanted to bring up is that all right, so like when we've talked about like, hey, this is what we want to do, this is, you know, it's not a dream anymore, it's like we're working towards something. Even though I was terrified, it was one of the best feelings to just do it and get out in front of somebody. I was terrified to do it. Once I did it, I was like, it felt so good. It felt like a great fucking feeling just to be like acting and playing a character and doing something. Now, I don't know if I was any good at it, right? I don't know if I was, if it made any sense, right, to the people watching it, but it certainly felt good on my end, right? So I was like, damn, not that I caught anything, I caught an acting bug or anything. I just like, this feels right. This feels like there's something I want to be doing. So I certainly feel really good about what I'm going to be doing. So I'll video it, and there'll be a vlog. It'll come out. If you're in the area, I'll send out the information. I'll be plugging it on the show. So for those of you who are local, you'll get to come and see it if you want to see it in real life.
That's fine.
Speaking of real life, I did see Birdie in real life, IRL.
Nice. I heard.
I did get Chubbs back, and
Finally.
Chubbs has been recovered.
He's missing a hand.
He's not missing a hand. He told me his nefarious plan, but it did not come through. He did hook me up. So
yeah, I heard, dude. I heard through the grapevine. Just know I can tell. No, fuck with you.
No, well, no, I mean not now, but I think I became like one of the. Well, you've seen the movie Half Baked, so so there's a character that Jon Stewart plays in the movie where he says everything is so much better on weed, right? So I think I became that character just on everything I said. Oh my god. Anyway,
music is better. No, I was that. No, my first time. One of my first times getting high. I don't think I ever told the story, but it wasn't my first time. But it was like right when I started smoking, and I remember listening to The Weeknd and Drake, "The Zone," for the first time, and that was like the first song I listened to high, and I was like, wow, like everything, and it's such a like spacey song anyway, so it's like it fit perfectly. It was a great time. There was one time I thought, what song was it? It's not Click. It's one of the Good Music songs, and I heard it like 3 different times because I didn't smoke at that point. That's like, like you're still kind of like, I'm smoking maybe like twice a week. You know what I mean? Maybe it's like on a special. It's like Saturday I might do it. So there was 3 different separate times I would get high, and I heard this song, and it like just came out, but I didn't know what it was, and I was like, in my head, I'm high, so I'm like, is this song not even real? And I'm just like, is this like is this a thought? Like, am I thinking of a song right now? And then I remember the first time I heard it sober, I was like, oh, thank God. I thought it was going crazy. It was like, bro, I've never heard this song ever. I couldn't find it, and back then I was searching music like crazy. I couldn't find it. I know who was on, and I was looking for them. I was like, bro, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, no, I went on a roller coaster and just sat there on the roller coaster like then I think I text Birdie right after. I said, hey Birdie, man, thanks a lot. So, oh my god, it was great though. Yeah, we were at Halloween Horror Nights. It was fun. Mama Llama made the mistake again. She's like, I'm never coming back to it again. We went for her birthday, and she never wants to go back again.
Why'd you guys go for her birthday?
She called it. She said she wanted to do it. I said, really?
All right.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's what I wanted to go, and had a great time. We had a blast. But she, about midway through the whole thing, she hit a wall, which was like, I'm done. I'm tired, and I'm done with this. It was about midnight. I'm like, we've only been here, 6 hours at this point? We got another 2 hours to go. She's like, bullshit. I'm going to the hotel. I'm like, oh no, you're about to ruin the whole night. This is when we run the houses. This is when we go to all the houses and we finish it up. And she powered through though, but she's like, remind me next year never to come with you guys again. It's like, okay, sorry about that. So yeah, it was fun. It was a fun time. So yeah, I mean, that's what we were gonna go to Aquatica, but it was like freaking hailing and thunderstorming. It was just crazy, man.
So
but thank you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had all these big plans, and it was like nasty ass weather, and then we went to Halloween Horror Nights instead, and then instead of going to Aquatica, we went to like this visual illusion museum.
Oh, I get it. You're going to Aquatica like the next day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the Halloween Horror Nights wasn't even in the plans until we canceled Aquatica. We were like, all right, we're not going to go. She wanted to do something big, and I'm like, all right, well, we can do that. Shit.
That's dope though.
Yeah. She just wanted to spend time with us, and her and the kids and stuff. So I'm the one that reaps the benefits. I was like, man, this is all stuff I want to do. I wanted to do touristy shit, and we're doing it. So we did spend a lot of dough though, man. Oh my god.
Be like that.
What's that?
I said be like that.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, man. I am gonna, I'm fucking selling my plasma now to not my plasma TV, plasma, like my blood, trying to make up some of this money I spent. So we'll see. It's actually a true statement. I find out tomorrow though, my legal situation for my neighbor.
I heard about that too.
It gets settled. It gets settled tomorrow. I'll either be drinking or I'll be drinking. It's one of the two. Either drinking in celebration or drinking in anger, but I will be drinking. So
be on the lookout for his next reaction that he records tomorrow. I fucking hate that bitch. I fucking hate her. It's fucking Moana.
Stupid bitch. This stupid bitch. No, again, there's a lot going on for me this week and next week, or last week and this week. So excited, man. But like I said, you guys had a great time. You had Sidelined this week, first episode of Sideline. I heard you on Sideline. I watched most of the episode.
I wasn't really there, dude.
You were there. I heard you. You were chiming in. But and then yeah, Birdie the Bookie. That was a good segment. Tang with his fantasy picks.
Yeah, they tried to change it up a little bit this year, make it more topic based. It was cool. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah,
it's small. We're growing. It's another show. That's another thing. It's like that's kind of where I was like, bro, I got to do Sideline. I got to do this. Or, you know what I mean? I'm like, let's take it slow, because that's what happens every time. There's a group. We always, or again, speaking for me, I always get in the groove where I'm just feeling good about everything, and I'm just like, let's do this. Let's do this. I don't care. Let's go. And then fucking 4 weeks in, I'm like, all right, I can't be doing all this at once, So it's like, let's sharpen some of these tools first.
Yeah. Which we are. But it helped me. It helped me with my picks. I'm beating my little nephew in fantasy football. I'm whooping his ass. So
you listen to Tang's fantasy?
I did. So I'm up on my fantasy league, and I have a 97% chance of winning now. So I'm whooping his ass, and so he's only 14, but tough
That's
shit.
Good,
you gotta learn. Good, man. That's the one thing my family was like, you really gonna gloat if you beat him? I'm like, he was talking shit during the draft, and you talk shit during the draft, you get the shit right back. I really don't know shit about the fantasy football. I literally have not followed the NFL, so I'm just like, I went through the Yahoo rankings, just picked the highest ranked player every time, literally, and then I talk shit the whole time, like I knew what I was doing. But yeah, no, I'm winning. So take that, take that shit.
Hold that.
Print that shit. I didn't make it to Beetlejuice though, but it's doing pretty well. Yeah.
Bird saw. He said it was good.
Yeah, I'm going next week. I am definitely going next week, but I just didn't make it this week to the movies, which is fine.
What are we gonna do? We're gonna do a Beetlejuice review.
I mean it'll be too late by then, but yeah, I'll do a review of it. A week after everyone else has done theirs, I'll do mine.
That's when they're still looking for content about it.
The timely reviews. That's what I do. I've seen people do it though. Weeks like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, not everybody can get it early.
A lot of people. Again, I'm trying to get on that invite list to get those early screenings on Wednesdays and Thursdays, but not there yet.
Soon,
although,
dude.
Yeah. One of these days, I'll get the little invite, the little email. Hey, we'd like you to join our presser. Hey, I'll go. I've not quit my job. See you guys. Peace out.
I'm making it big. I'm
making it big. I'm an actor now. And I got an invite to a presser, so fuck y'all. It's non-paid. Oh, okay. I guess I got to go back to work.
Unless that video blows up.
Right.
$10,000 off the video. You know what I mean? You're good for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Wishful thinking there.
Got to manifest it. Got to put it out to the world. Hopefully it comes out. But
you seen the Joker reactions coming out?
So what? Okay, so I read two different things. I saw that they gave it a standing ovation, which I don't like those because we've seen that before. 12-minute standing ovation at whatever film festival, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. But did I read that the critic score was low, or was that
But supposedly it's like 60%, so it's not that bad.
Yeah,
but definitely people are showing dislike, and people that like the first one don't like the second one, or people that didn't like the first one like the second one. So it's kind of weird. So I don't know. It's gonna be one of those, you got to see it and then make your own judgment, because everybody's wishy-washy, at least from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I mean, I had said I am a little bit leery of it, but it's only because the first one's so good I consider the first one a classic. Like that's a movie I didn't want to touch, and I was scared for them to do a part 2. But it looked promising, and it looks promising. I'm still not going to give up on it or anything,
Yeah.
unless the reviews come out that they're really horrific. Like then I'll get a little nervous. But from all accounts, a little bad press here and there isn't going to hurt that movie in terms of its opening release.
It might though. It might.
Well,
it might. I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be hard to live up to the first one's numbers because it went crazy. But I don't know. It's kind of hard. You get such a good property, you want to redo it, but it's like the original plan was only to make one. They should have kind of just stuck with it, made something else. Try to give us another same kind of like realistic story, because that's what the first Joker did well, was like it took something that's in a comic book that's usually like fun, and the Joker story is like pretty dark in general, but this kind of like real lifed it, and it was like, all right, this is what it would be like if this was in our time right now. There was no comic book aspect of that. It was all very real. And I think this one's like more dreamy, so it's like they're playing with more of like his mind, I'm assuming. So it's like, I don't know, you kind of change the formula. Some people are saying it's not even that much of a musical to even be called a musical. Some people are complaining that they could have used the music to make the movie better. So it's like it's a lot of conflicting things.
Yeah, I think it might be, from what, again, my concern is probably what they're advertising is going to be different than what you're seeing, right? Because it's like the advertising is this big grand spectacle of a musical, right? Like in these set pieces and things. And so, yeah, if you're expecting a lot of music and you're expecting a lot of like, show pieces like that, and it doesn't come out that way, you are definitely going to be disappointed. So I think that's the harm in this. Sometimes they'll do that with trailers. They're just like, hey, let's make this epic and make it look like it's going to be, this thing. And then you watch the movie, like, what movie did I watch? What trailer did I watch? And that's, again, I'm going to be there first day. I'm going to watch it, but I'm a little nervous. I am still nervous. And having, I didn't expect it to have overwhelming like 90% reviews, but like 60 is a little.
Well, they said the first one opened at 62.
Well, the first one opened because they didn't know what it was going to be, right? Like, so people were like, "Oh, this is epic," but like, you didn't really know what the fuck. And it was honestly word of mouth after the opening weekend. Like that second weekend was, I think, bigger than the first weekend. If I'm not mistaken.
But that's what I'm kind of saying. Like, if it opened to the critic score being 60 as well, it's like a little bit. I think it's like 69%. It opened the first one, and this one's 60. The thing is, the first movie was so good that this one can be a step down. It won't be as good as the first one, but it can still be a good film just on its own, and like that's all we can hope for at this point. Like, I don't think, you shouldn't go into it thinking it's gonna be a great movie, and you shouldn't go in thinking it's gonna be a bad movie. Just let the movie play out. Hopefully you have fun. And one thing I find interesting is not a lot of comic book people are talking about it that as much. They're not like, if this was like a fucking Robert Pattinson Joker movie, like him as the Batman with the Joker in it, everybody would be talking about it. But they're kind of like, it's not as big as I thought it was gonna be, just in terms of word of mouth. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll have the same effect. Second week is like, this movie is actually really good.
Yeah, I think, again, I think not the new formula, but what they need to do is allow movies to marinate a little bit and to let people think about it a little bit. Because what movie I watched and it kind of sucks a little bit was Fall Guy. I just watched it on streaming, and it was a fucking snooze fest, man. I was like, and it got 80% approval ratings. I was like literally an hour into it, and I'm like, how much more of this is there? Is it, because the commercials were different. But again, that was a movie that was in the theaters for a week, and then it went away because it was streaming right away. But take Alien Romulus, which I loved, right? It's been in the theaters now, and it's crossed over like 350 million, almost 400 million on an $80 million budget.
Yeah.
But again, it's word of mouth. It's the reviews weren't that great at first, but people were liking the movie, talking about it, how scary it was, whatever. And people started going, and it's been playing consistently. Nobody knows when it's going to stream. Nobody knows when it's going to hit Blu-ray or whatever. And so people are going to the theater to say, hey, I'd like to catch this movie. They need to do that same shit with all of these movies. Just like kind of put them out there and then not know when it's going to hit and let it marinate for a little bit. Let it sit, unless it's a complete horrific movie and nobody's going to go see it.
That chance, because I mean the game's changed, right? Like the streaming thing helps the shitty movies because it can be in theaters, and I think their thought process is, well, if they watch it at home, maybe they'll go check it in theaters if they like it enough. But then these bigger movies, it's hard to tell. It's like, what movies do you hold off for streaming and what don't you? Because they could have easily. I mean, I think Alien Romulus is so good, or like people perceived it so well that even if it came out on streaming, people would have went and saw it in theaters still. Because, like you said, if it's crossing that 350 mark, that means people are repeat viewing it. So it's like, if you see a movie that's really good, like, oh, it's in theaters, like, let's go check it out. You know what I mean? Like Deadpool, Wolverine, same thing. People would have, if they would have liked it on streaming, they would have went and watched it again.
Yeah.
Like, how many people watched it more than once? Like we were talking about going to go see it more than once. So I don't know. It's hard to really gauge what you should and shouldn't do in this like climate. But
yeah,
I mean, it's great to see movies doing well again because it's, again, good movies are prevailing in the theaters. So it's like that's what they need to see out of this. Like, what's working? The good fucking movies are working.
Yeah.
Let's stop making fucking generic shit and trying to put it out and hope it does well. No. Save that for the fucking Netflixes and then put the good high budget movies, or any budget really, as long as it's a good fucking film. Put it in theaters, let it, like you said, let it marinate or not. Put it out both on streaming, and hopefully it's good enough to get repeat viewers in the theaters, because now you're winning on both fronts.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough.
No, it is. It is. And what's coming out, this is a couple of stinkers. Like they've got Megapolis is coming out, Killer's Game. Like these movies are just, they're not going to be big. Again, not predicted to be big movies. And I'm just looking here because and the only thing that's big that's coming out is Joker. And they've got that in IMAX. They've got that in all kinds of formats. But that's about it. Like, and then they're re-releasing The Matrix this month, which I don't mind them re-releasing movies like that because that's fun. It's a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
But like, you got to release them in like the big formats. Like, look, if I'm gonna go to the theater to rewatch The Matrix, which I have every version of, right? Like, I want to see it in IMAX. I want to see it on the big screen, or I want to see it in like a special format. But if it's just a regular standard little theater, I'm like, it's not worth it. But they're doing it a lot. They're re-releasing a bunch of movies. Mean Girls is coming back out. Like the original Mean Girls is coming back out. They're trying to capitalize on people just wanting to go back to the theater. The one that I definitely am going to is Whiplash. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
No.
That one I'm definitely going to. That one's coming out September 20th. So myself and the boys will be on that one. But that one is because we never saw it in the theater. It's not really a theater movie, but we wanted to go see it like in a theater together and experience it one time. So see, that's different. Like there's some movies that you go, oh man, I would love to have seen that in the movies, and you didn't, right? But The Matrix is one of those. I actually watched The Matrix by accident in the movies back in 1999. I stumbled upon The Matrix. I was in the mall shopping, and it was like, oh, let me go see a movie. Didn't know what the fuck it was. And went in, and I fucking blew my mind. I walked out a different man. I honestly didn't know. Like I didn't know much about the movies. I was 2 years after graduating high school. So I was just like, in the mall, I was working at the mall. I had some dinner, and I was like, let me go check out this movie. I don't know. People were talking about it. I didn't know shit about it. I went in, It's like it blew my fucking mind. I was like, this is insane. How do they make these movies? Are we real? Oh my god. But and then every movie tried to copy that movie for like the next 10 years.
Yeah. I mean,
Shit.
That's the formula, right?
So let me ask you that.
What
Like,
works.
let me ask you that. What movie like did you stumble upon that like stuck with you, or like The Matrix, or like what's one of those movies that you watch, you go, holy shit, I'd love, either you'd like to experience it again for the first time, or
Oh. I don't know.
or like completely changed your mind, or blew your mind?
I don't know. That's hard. I pretty much know every movie I'm gonna go see.
Yeah.
So it's kind of difficult. Yeah, I don't know. There's one movie. I mean, Dragon Ball. When I went to go watch it, even though I was going to go watch it, it like pissed me off the most. but oddly, I was satisfied with it. It was weird because like I knew it was shitty, but I was just satisfied that I watched it, and it was just me and one other person in the theater, or just me. I'm pretty sure it was like either me and one other person, or me and nobody. But literally, my family, they went to go watch some other movie. I forgot what the movie was, and I bet you it was probably a way better movie. But they went to go watch something, and I was like, I'm watching Dragon Ball. Like, there's no way we're coming to the theater. This just came out. Literally, it was like opening weekend. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch that. And then I walk in, it was just me. I was like, oh. And then the movie starts, and I was like, this is why it's just me. This shit is ass. Well,
there's one I regret watching without knowing anything about, which was, and I think I've told you, is Detective Pikachu. I regret seeing that without knowing anything about Pokemon. I fell asleep in it.
Yeah, but that's not really, that's like off.
No,
that's like otherworld Pokemon. Like Detective Pikachu is not like it's not like a main series, because it's a game. It's not like a main series Pokemon game. It's just like an offshoot. They just like thought it was like a cool idea. So to me, I honestly didn't go watch. Obviously, I love Pokemon. I didn't go watch that shit in theaters because I was like, fuck that. Like, I want to see people battling in a real way. I want to see like what the games are about, as opposed to like Detective P. I was kind of pissed, and I was like, Ryan Reynolds, like, you guys are just trying to make it's cash grab. You know what I mean? It's like, let's use Pokemon and put Ryan Reynolds as the voice of Pikachu. Ryan Reynolds not the voice of Pikachu. It's not Deadpool. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, they were capitalizing on the Deadpool success for sure.
It's like, all right, whatever. But there is a Pokemon series supposedly in the works at Netflix that's going into like the lore of Pokemon, and I think that shit's gonna be crazy. Hopefully, I mean, they could fuck it up, but hopefully that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, the one that I think I regret is my sister. She had, and I think she had good anime. Like, she had the good shit. Like, I can't even say half the names of what they were, but she watched all this shit. Like, she had all the Japanese tapes, and she had Sailor Moon was her shit. Like, she just used to love that shit. But she watched all of these different anime, and I never sat down with her and watched it. And now I look back and I read like, okay, you know, which anime were considered classics, and I see some of the titles, and I'm like, man, she had all of these. And she watched all of these, and she used to talk about them all the time. I'm like, damn, I missed out. Like, I could have been, you know, on the cusp of those things, like to know about those particular titles. But I thought they were stupid, only because I was a teenager, and I was like, this is dumb. Sailor Moon, what the fuck is this?
No, I always had like something about Japan, and like things that come out of Japan always interest me since young. Like, I remember going to Epcot and like going to the Japan thing, and then like walking in and seeing like all the Dragon Ball Z shit, and I was like, this is the coolest shit I've ever seen. And like, I mean, to this day, it's like that's a place that's on my bucket list of like going to go just visit. And honestly, I would live there for a year. Like, I would go there just to live there for a year and just see what it's like, because I've lived so many places now that like it's kind of like, oh, that's easy. Like, I could do that easy. And plus, many people move over there. Yeah, many people move over there. So it's like, yeah, that's something I would love to. But like, that being said, there was like, I remember a foreign exchange student in like elementary school, like 4th or 5th grade. He came in from Japan, was like showing us like fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards from there, Pokemon cards, like had all this shit that we were like, what the fuck? Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, to me, I was like, oh no, there's shit that people out here don't even know about. You know what I mean? Like things. That's kind of always what intrigued me. Is like, you know how many people don't know about this just because ignorance, or like they're like, I don't give a fuck about what's going on over there. But it's like actual animes. There's a lot of great storylines just in anime itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the storylines to me, storylines in Dragon Ball Z. Obviously, the fighting and shit is cool, but like the storylines keep you super invested. The bad guys keep you super invested. You know, the characters, watching them develop, watching them get stronger. That's just all fire. So I don't know. I feel like you did miss out.
Yeah, and what I don't realize is that I watched anime as a kid, when I was young, because I watched Voltron. I watched Voltron is fucking anime, is what it is.
Yeah.
There's a couple others. Thundercats was an anime, but it was Americanized. There was a couple other like cartoons that were big in the 80s that were anime. They just dubbed them in English. And I'm like, Mask, I think, was another one that was Japanese. And I'm like, and you can see the stylings. You can see the when they jump in the air, they got the you see the streaks and everything. And I'm like, there's a specific style to them. And I'm like, this is crazy. There's a bunch of Silverhawks. There's a bunch of shows that I watched. I'm like, we just thought they were part of our normal, Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
And
I think one thing, like, there's those kind of things which are cartoons. They're animes, but they're also cartoons. Like they're more catered for children. But I feel like really good animes are deeper. They're like kind of for everybody. It's like adults can listen to or watch them and be like, oh shit, this is kind of in depth. Like this is more in depth than I would give it credit because it's a cartoon. They go into it thinking it's a cartoon, but it's like no, like there's real story development. There's real, even like Dragon Ball Z is more cartoonish than some other animes where it's like they get into some dark topics, like things happen. It's like, yeah, and the kids can enjoy it because it's fun, but it's like also like there's just good storytelling in them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. So yeah, there's the stuff we missed out on, man. Would have been great to be on that stuff. But hey, I'm checking them out now. I think I have on my list Akira. I have that one to watch.
Well,
I have it on. What's that?
They have the anime and they have the live action.
Oh, do they have the live action?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't know that. So I have the anime to watch. So I have that one on digital download ready to watch. So it's on my list. So I'm excited. The only thing I'm afraid of is every content creator I've looked up that they don't have a lot of it because they say that anime is pretty aggressive. Like the animation studios are pretty aggressive with reaction channels. So I'll try a couple and see what happens. And if I get any threats, I take it right down. So, but yeah, I want to watch more anime and other types of stuff like that. So I know I definitely have Godzilla -1 to do on the channel for sure. Like that one is on the list for sure. So there's a couple of different foreign language anime, Japanese films, stuff like that I really want to get into. So I'm excited about getting into that type of stuff. So
yeah, it should be cool.
So you got an episode of Sideline next week. When do you guys come on? Thursdays?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wednesdays?
Thursdays.
You don't know. You know when.
Thursdays, dude. No, I don't know what time, but I know it's Thursdays. And now, shout out Gabe. They have the baby.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So now that's gonna be, that's another factor in here. So it's Thursdays. Just look for Roman 2 Raw's channel, the BLKOUT channel, and then I'm pretty sure he's gonna start putting it on his YouTube channel. So check it out, man.
Oh, okay. See, and now I feel bad. I was giving him shit for his phone ringing during the Sideline episode. Hey, I thought he was messing.
That was terrible.
Yeah, well, you said something to him during the thing.
Yeah.
You're like, come on, man. But I was like, man, come on. This is not unprofessional. Your phone goes off in the middle of your show. And as I'm saying that, I'm checking my phone right now. Make sure my phone is off because that's the first thing that'll happen. I'll say that shit and my phone will ring. I feel bad. So congratulations, Gabe. Congratulations to you and Ace. That's awesome. That's awesome. I didn't realize they had the baby. When they have the baby? A couple days ago.
I don't know, dude. Probably like 2 days ago.
You're such a great family member. BLKOUT.
I I don't claim to be. I'm a lone wolf out here in these streets. I do
That
feel
you
bad
are.
about that. And I do feel bad about that, but
Why?
I don't know.
Why do you feel bad?
Well, because I don't know. I'm an emotional guy, but only for certain things. And then certain things I just have zero emotion for. Babies are one of those things.
Well, yeah, I don't necessarily. Well, I don't like small children, but you know, you can congratulate someone for having a child.
It's also Gabe, you know.
It is Gabe. It is Gabe. Anyway. All right, man. Let's wrap up the show tonight. You have any shout outs, anything we need to cover?
No, man.
You know, I was hoping that Herc or Chat Mom would be in because they ordered some merch. They ordered some Vampire Diaries merch. I was going to ask them how it looks. How did it come out? Because I was like, I was really worried. Like, hey, because it was a new merch vendor, and I was like, I wonder what the quality looks like. I wanted to see. They haven't posted anything. I thought they were going to post some pictures.
Oh, did they get it?
They should have. I checked the shipping and everything, so they should have everything. But I hadn't heard from them, so I got a little nervous. So I was hoping they'd be on tonight, so I can ask them.
Let us know.
Yeah, I mean, if it's complete shit, I'm sure they'd let us know. But I was hoping they'd post.
So nice.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They wouldn't say a thing. They just take it. They spent a lot of money though, so I got to thank them for that. Anyway, all right. So again, if there are no issues, hopefully there are none. Vampire Diaries, Bullet Train will be a premiere tonight at 11:30. With myself, I'll be watching it with you guys live. If not, it'll be out as soon as it's cleared. So look out for that. Vampire Diaries episode 10 will be out probably either tomorrow or Tuesday at the very latest. And then look out for more episodes, and a full watch along is going to come out for those of you who are channel members or on our Patreon. So thank you guys for supporting us there as well. All right. So thank you guys for another great Sunday night. We appreciate everybody. I am the Big Llama. He is Blackout AD. We'll see you guys next Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the Big Llama Show. Peace out, everybody. Have a great night.
Later.
Laters.